Welcome back to Kinganda, your #1 source for African news and gossip on the continent, man. And I'm so glad to be back here up in this thing again. And man, do we got an awesome show for you today. Chinese people beating up Kenyans? What? In Kenya? Nigga, really? Is this what we doing? Y'all beating up folks in Kenya? We're gonna get on y'all in a minute. Obiang, my man out of Guinea, just got found guilty from using the people's money and triggering it in France, but that's a little bit later. And oh, by the way, Ugandan ambassador to America is out there checking up Trump's people. It's real beef in these streets, man. Check it out, sit back and enjoy the show, and let's get into the African news. So we're gonna take a flight all the way to Nairobi, Kenya. Love the city. So much talent is always popping in Nairobi. But you know, if you be there late at night, it's called night robbery. Somebody whoop your ass though. Oh my God. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here talking about this situation. My boy Simon, let me get my iPad because you know I'm ghetto. Simon Ocaso Silo, got his ass whooped on camera by a Chinese manager at a restaurant called Shez Wu. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but y'all heard about it. Anyways, as you can see a screenshot right here, my man Silo had got to work late on February the 2nd. Now, I know being a boss and people showing up late is frustrating. But, you know, if you have problems with employees, you just fire their ass. But no, not the Chinese person. He starts to flog him. Now, I can't show you the video, but y'all can see it yourself. And I mean, he hit him twice, hella hard on his ass. Stop the show. My man Simon is 22 years old, and he beating that man like this. Is that what we doing? Now, remember in 2018, you had some Chinese people that was working in Kenya calling Africans monkeys and stuff like that. And now they back at it again with this stuff. Now, it was 4 total people arrested. Check this out. Out of the 4 that was arrested, 2 had expired visas. Oh, hell no. And 1 was on the visitor's visa who was working the cashier shop. I just got a question, Kenya. Can y'all go to China, hire a Chinese person, and they come to work late? Can you whoop their ass? All I want to know. I mean, think about it. Can you whoop their ass? The answer is no, because they will beat the hell out you if you go to China trying to whoop on them people. This is what I got to say to Kenyans. The economy is so bad there, right? As far as brothers and sisters getting jobs. Kenya's always praised for having a better economy, moving up in the easiest the business ranks and stuff like that. Shout out to my man Uhuru Kenyatta and all that. I see you, player. But man, yo, people is out here getting jobs for very little money and they're getting their ass whooped and getting caned by the Chinese. We got to do better than that, people. We can't be talking about this one Africa and help Africa out if we got our people getting abused by the Chinese. All right? That's just sad, man. Stand up for your people. We should be able to whoop his ass in front of everybody in Nairobi. I'll do it for free. That's what should happen. Next video. We in Kenya. We about to fly all the way to West Africa to Equatorial Guinea. Shout out to Jonita. She talked about Equatorial Guinea giving $2 million to the Chinese because of the coronavirus. Yeah, you know, that's where we at with that shit. But my man Obiang, you see him with that perm. He got that like Reverend CEO Franklin kind of clunk. If you can put it back there, you kind of see I don't know what's wrong with this nigga. He think he's somebody special. He be all on Instagram tripping. Now, he is the vice president of Guinea. He lives this lavish lifestyle. His daddy's the president. Y'all know Guinea got all the oil and stuff like that. He be spending big. I mean, triggering it off in the club. I mean, listen, he's like a superstar in the country. He got all the bras and everything. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was more like him. But he's running into some trouble, man, in the French courts. Now, check this out. This is how much power that France got over Africa, over the Francophone countries. He had to show up in court in France because of all the money that he stole from Guinea and went over to France buying up shit, they find him like Jeopardy music. I'm gonna read it right now. They find his ass 30 million euros for using public money to fund his lavish lifestyle. Oh my God! Stop the show. You should have fired his ass for that hairdo. Bring the hairdo up, Dima. Look at that. Should have gave his ass life in prison for having a conch. Nigga, it's 2020 and you wearing your hair like that? For real? He said that this money comes from his own investments and monies that he did himself. That's a goddamn lie. You stole the money. Everybody know you stole it. Right? Now you taking your money, you over in Paris, triggering it up, you're buying houses, you're buying cars and shit. You're just doing too much, bro. All right? Everybody knows that anybody with a hairdo like that is shady and he's lying. Now, here's what I want to say. Look at how much power Paris got over Guinea. They can make them pay for corruption in Guinea. Imagine that. Imagine you was in Saudi Arabia. Can the USA make Saudi Arabians basically pay money from stealing from their own government? No. But France runs Guinea. France runs Ivory Coast. France runs Burkina Faso. France runs Senegal. France runs all of them places. They got their own military over there in every goddamn thing. It's just going crazy. So it just goes to show you how much power the French have in all of these Francophone West African countries. They got to get down or lay down. Brothers and sisters, listen. Even if the brother was stealing from his own country, let his own people reprimand him, not France. How y'all gonna let France get on you about corruption? When France do corruption in Africa, can y'all bring France up on charges? Hell no, you can't bring France up on charges. So let's get it together, brothers and sisters. We need to get France up out of Africa so I can come down there and get my bankhead bounce on. Next video, we were in Equatorial Guinea. Now we're gonna go all the way to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Now, that ain't got nothing to do with Africa, right? But check this out. There was a meeting, and I want to talk about this. Let me get my iPad, though. Where African ambassadors met with Jared Kushner. Now, who is that? This is Donald Trump's son-in-law, okay? Special advisor to Donald Trump. He's married to, the daughter of him and Ivanka Trump's. He has no political ambassador experience, but whatever, he's in the role, right? Now, let's talk about this. There is a Israel-Palestinian peace project, sort of, if you will, that Trump is initiating. Now, we all know that Donald Trump is very pro-Israel, okay? But a lot of African countries are not feeling it. South Africa's president came out, was talking about it, or whatever. But they really was going in the other day at the White House. And my man, I want to get his name, Sabujamal Katende. And Trump's advisor, Jared, was really going at it, okay? Now let me just talk about this real quick. It was really interesting. Got real personal. The African Union is really feeling like Trump is trying to use them to push Israel's position in Palestine. Now, there is a part of Palestine that's supposed to be annexed and given to Israel. And a lot of people in the African Union, remember now, up towards the north of Africa, Egypt and Morocco, a lot of people don't like what Israel has done to the Palestinians. Now we're having a lot of problems with it, and those conversations are breaking out even in the White House as the ambassador to Uganda was trying to check Jared Kushner. Here's what I want to say about this. This is interesting. The United States has a way that if you don't get down with what they say, you will be punished, all right? And if Donald Trump makes it again in 4 years, in the African Union and those who are sympathetic to the Palestinian cause will have a problem from Trump and his supporters. I can guarantee you that. Here's a situation that a lot of African countries have to stand on. Are you ready for whatever consequences have if you take Palestinian side, which is anti the USA? Now, I think Africa must operate in the best interest of its people, but can you do so? Now think about it, if you're an African leader, you take Palestinian side, and let's say the USA gives you sanctions, and then your people, the economy goes down, they're not gonna care that you're doing the right thing. All they're gonna care about is, man, I'm not eating, the economy's eating, we need to get this leader out of here. And that typically happens. And all the USA and other Western countries will do is roll in the puppet leader who's gonna get their stuff fixed and get it the way they want. So African countries are in a tough bind right now in the African Union because of this thing. So you gotta tread lightly. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. Shout out to the ambassador to Uganda that's currently living in DC. I hope Trump and them don't whoop your ass, but man, I got your back. Well guys, that's my time for today. Shout out to Team Uganda. It's been an excellent episode. Now listen, the Chinese, you already bringing the coronavirus down there to Africa. Now you're beating people ass in Africa. Some of this foolishness gotta stop. Y'all need to stop tripping. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters out in Africa, y'all stop taking this shit, okay? Fight back, all right? It's more to y'all than them. Don't let them come down to where you are and start punking you. But like I said, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified whenever Kinganda goes live. Shout yourself out in the comments. Say, shout me out, Team Kinganda. If you do that on my next presentation, I'll remember everybody and I'll give you a shout out. And as you know, keep it real. Kinganda forever. I'm out.